There is only one thing better than hunting roebucks spot and stop, and that's hunting them during the rut. Roe deer respond very well to the call, and calling them in can provide some of the most exciting moments you can experience while hunting. In this second part, we go through some of the highlights of the last 7 seasons, chasing bucks with a call in hand. Roe deer is a fascinating animal, and at the same time it offers a great challenge to anyone that attempts to hunt it with a bow. Over the years, the things that I enjoy about hunting them have evolved a lot. At the beginning, I was super hooked about the adrenaline rush of getting close to the animals, getting into the bow range, how big the trophy was, trying to take the shots. That was like what it really attracted me about this type of hunting. But as the years pass by, I have evolved, and actually what I like the most now is managing the territory, trying to follow up the different bucks of the area, trying to look for those particular deer, chasing them. I don't know, like there is way more about hunting roe deer than just the fact about shooting them. One of the things that I really enjoy is not hunting any deer, but the target bucks that we choose at the beginning of the year.
Are breeding, so sometimes they go into the distress call. So I'm gonna try to call the female in and see if the buck comes. Down here. And there it is. What a morning. It's incredible how much fun you can have bow hunting this animal. Must be one of my favorites.
Before you know it, you are in July, and the rut is quickly approaching. Rut typically takes place in Europe at the end of July, per last week of July, early August. And it's true that during the first weeks, roebucks, they start to know that something is coming, they start getting nervous, and if you are able to play your cards properly, you can get some bucks to respond to your call.
When the buck came in, I knew that it wasn't a good trophy in terms of what people think, but in my opinion, this is an amazing trophy because it didn't look like it had any points at all. But as soon as I put the binos and I could see, when you want to know if an animal or roebuck is old or not, you have to look at the bases. The bases every year, when they drop the horns, the pivot, the base will get smaller, and the angle of the antler will get also like going downwards. So instead of flat, it will angle down. Perfect animal to take. It has great meat, great animal that has lived a plentiful life here in this valley in France, and a great trophy in that sense. So couldn't be happier. My first archery roebuck here in France.
Calling roe deer is a craft, and probably it's my favorite way to hunt them. It is really important to understand the setting because you need to know where the buck is going to be bedded and where you're going to call from. It will make the whole difference, so the buck cannot pick your wind, but also that there is enough terrain in between you so the buck feels comfortable coming into range. Not only that, you need to learn how to play the different calls and when to use each of them. At the end with the calls you can make 4 sounds, which is the fawn, the contact sound of a doe, also the doe in heat, and also the doe chased by a buck. Understanding when to use those and how to make those perfect sounds will be the key of the game.
We have seen a roebuck get inside the forest, so I'm gonna start doing some calling and see if it comes in. Il est mort. 10 mètres. C'est très bon, c'est très bon. Autre.
Que pequeño otra vez que va a venir otro. En un sitio como venga esto.
Il est très grand. Calla. Il est très grand. Il est très grand. Calla. Il est tombé. Il est très grand. Il est très grand. Il est très grand. Allez. This is the second arrow, exactly what you want to see on an arrow, complete pass-through and perfect shot. viejo. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup.
Here are the two bucks. Great morning chasing roebucks with the boat here in the rut.
A very important aspect to increase our chances when hunting roe deer, in my opinion, is to adapt our equipment. Hunting roebucks is a very special and unique hunt for several reasons. First, they have a very small vital area, only around 20 centimeters or one hand. That makes a very small target. Second, in many times, you don't have time to range the animal. Either they are coming or they're walking, they are active, and you have to guess the distance. And finally, they are probably one of the quickest deer you can shoot with a bow, and they will very often jump your string.
Pero no me da ninguna pena. El año pasado fallé yo 2 corzos, y me la he estado restregando todo el año.
Every time we miss the guess of the yardage to the roebuck by just a meter, we will probably miss that buck, even when they don't even move. I always try to aim right at the bottom part of the body, but inside the body, just in case they don't move. But if they move a little bit down and they jump the string, I will still hit the vitals. Our personal experience will give us a better approach in guessing what's going to happen. If the buck has seen us, is looking at us, the chances of them jumping the string will be way higher than if they are completely relaxed and there is a very noisy day with wind or they are chasing a doe. But the truth is that after all these years, I have seen it all. To mitigate these mistakes, what we need to is optimize our equipment for this particular endeavor. We want to look for light arrows. That way, if our guess on the yardage was wrong, it will give us more forgiveness, and penetration is not an issue on these animals because they are really small. Also, we want to shoot with the largest broadhead that we can, or a mechanical, to increase our vital area. Just in case they move, we are still impacting and making a good shot. And finally, in order to slow down that string jump, we try to look for the quietest arrow setup and vanes as possible, so they don't hear that arrow coming.
pass through. This is what you want to see.
Another thing that helps a lot during this time of the year is hunting with a friend. When calling, if you can set up the hunter and the caller in two different places, that buck is gonna come looking for that caller, and it will give more opportunities to the hunter to draw the bow back. Also, if you are stalking and you have a quick opportunity, you can be the one reading the yardage to your friend so he can place a more accurate shot. And probably above all, I think there is nothing like hunting with friends and sharing the success and also sometimes the failures.
Le has dado. Le has dado, macho. Cago en tu madre. Bien, coño, bien. Toma. Me has enganchado. ¿Dónde va? Allí va. Rafa, Rafa, Rafa. Ole tu madre. That's the female.
Fight fire with fire, it's a dirty game. Gonna flow like a feather in a hurricane.
Tienen todo el pulmón, ¿eh? Se la ha metido. Bien. Ahora
Inside of my soul when I break the ice. Though the water's deep, I'm on a total line.
Muy bien. Segundo de la mañana cobrado. Ya el día de ayer se me ha olvidado. Muy bien, Rafa. Precioso corto.
The rut is also probably the best time to give traditional hunting a try, and it's something that I have been doing for several seasons, but yet I haven't been able to find the proper success. And one of the things I like for hunting this time of the year is calling during the middle part of the day when the bucks are bedded, they are not distracted, and you have higher chances of them responding to your call.
Well, I'm not the one that you wanna be facing.
So we just caught a beautiful buck. Coming into the call. I don't know, 10 meters, 15. Frontal shot and I missed, so my heart was way too excited.
I keep dropping these rhymes, hitting my prime with only one thing on my mind.
Bah. Bah.
acojonante. Pero acojonante. Has pegado un ladrido.
Lo has visto, ¿no? Se me ha ido, pero 3 metros alto.
En serio.
O sea, muy mal, tío. O sea, no sé qué estaba pensando. Había perdido los papeles ya.
Once you get a buck coming full throttle, like either on open ground that you can see them coming running to your way, or either inside the forest when you cannot see them but you can hear them coming and you don't know what's coming, I think your life changes forever. And since you experience that, you will be looking forward to every single July for the rest of your life.
Beautiful buck. Precioso, ¿eh?
I hope this series brought you a little bit closer to what bow hunting roe deer with the bow means to us, and inspire you at some point to come over here and give it a try. On our side, we will keep hunting them hard for hopefully many, many more years to be able to share more story with you guys soon. Thank you. Okay, let's go hunting roe deer.